Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, hello. All right. Good morning. I know we're all still kind of getting used to this like hot seat is a meeting format. So it's totally fine if you keep your cameras off, that's no problem. And if you do want to turn your cameras on so I can see your faces, that's great. But I'm not going to require it just because I know we're all still getting used to this and you're probably listening to me while you're doing other things, which is wonderful and amazing. So, all right. So, for those of you that are here, who wants to get coached? What would you like to be coached on today? And if nobody wants to get coached, then this is going to be a very short call. Cool, cool, cool. Anybody want to get coached? This is gonna be hi, Tiffany. I just want to coach somebody. Who wants to get coached and what do you want to get coached on?
I'll be coached.
Okay.
Huh. Huh. Hi.
What's up, girlfriend?
Let's see. I don't know. I just have like a lot of new things in life happening.
I bet. It's been a
Mm-hmm.
minute.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I have a 17-year-old now who's just poking me.
Oh wow, my gosh.
Mm-hmm. 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 I'm just gonna move now. Okay, you got about an hour and then we'll leave. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, bye.
So, what is the most important thing for us to talk about today?
Well, I guess we could just talk about how there's so much new going on in life. And I still have some of what's the same kind of why do I wait to the last minute to accomplish something that I could have accomplished, I guess, like months ago?
Okay.
Um, I guess mm, more pertaining towards money. I always seem to feel some kind of stress around that. Especially when there's like a new transition happening. Like, so I just got my niece, and then my niece is now turning 18. Um, so she's graduating, but she'll be an adult in the house. And then plus I still have um, my three. So I guess my kind of scramble is like I know the things I need to be doing and I'm just like not doing them. Well, that's not true. I've made great progress, but and I could be doing better. Your
Okay.
hair is beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I got it done yesterday. Okay. So, what would you like to have at the end of the call
I
today?
guess I would like to have a clearer, like, so way back when I remember I got coached and like it was like this panic here, right? So now it's not a panic, it's more of like an excitement, but I would
Mhm.
like it to, um, mm, I guess the word, I don't know, is like be more motivating,
Okay.
um, like more of a calm because it's like I'm so excited and then I'm like I'm still not doing more of the things that I feel that I should be doing. As far as when it comes to like structure and schedules.
Mhm.
And yeah, just doing them before the end, before time runs out, because I feel that I really wait until I feel like okay, time's about to be over, and
Mhm.
then I get into gear, which is like I would like to be more motivated before then.
Perfect. Okay. So, how are you going to know that you have that clearer motivation, that calmness, that, okay, I can just get started on it now. I don't have to wait till the last minute. How will you know you've got that?
Um, I guess maybe it feels um I will know because I don't know. It feels calmer. I don't know. I just got like the color blue. It's more of a steady, it feels like a steady caring instead of like a frantic like back and forth.
Okay, perfect. Okay. So, what are the negative thoughts and emotions you have when you're waiting until the last minute to accomplish all these things?
Oh, stupid. Um, like I can see my pattern and my cycle, and it's just annoying. Like I can see it and I'm still like, oh yeah, there it is. So, oh, that is stupid. Because it's like you can see it and you're still like, there's the pattern. And then I don't
Mhm.
know, frozen. But it's not really a frozen. It's more like, I don't know. It's the only word I can come up with besides stuck.
Okay. What else?
Um, just really, I don't know, annoyed. I feel really bothered and annoyed by this. It's like so repetitive and so like, you can just do it. I don't know. It's so like I'm bumping up against the same wall, like a fly, when you open up the window, the fly wants to go out, and then all of a sudden you open up the window and the fly's like, no, I'm good. It's a nuisance, pesky, pest. Yeah, I don't know it just. Ugh.
Okay. So, if you were to take action sooner, what, if anything, would you be afraid of?
Something stupid. What is it? It's like, because then it's like, oh, well, then I'm done. Like, well, yeah, you did it, and then it's like, so I'm afraid like that it's like it'll be done. Like I'll do it and it'll be done, and then I guess there's more to do. I don't know, or that I'll be bored if I complete it, and then I'm just like, oh, I'll have time in the beginning or I'll have time in the end. Okay. All right, she just came up and kicked me, my
But
4-year-old.
so, if it's all done and you have either that time in the beginning or time at the end, what about that are you afraid of?
If I have, well, the time in the beginning is just filled with annoyance because at first it feels like, oh, like good, I'm good. And then it starts to feel like pressure and annoyance. And then if I had time at the end, I guess it's just because it would be different. Like, hey, like we don't do this. Like we haven't done this before. We haven't been like ahead of schedule before. Like we're just used to this. It's like it's just unknown, I guess.
Okay. So, when you get it all done, whatever the thing is, and then there's more, and then you get that all done, and then there's more, and then you get that all done, and then there's more, and then it just keeps going and it never ends. How's that a problem?
I guess this is what I've been trying to understand. How is it a problem? Because there's lots of things in life that you do over and over. Like that's just what it is. So I've been trying to understand how is that a problem? Because that's like what life is. You have to just keep doing it. Like you breathe all the time, you have to sleep all the time, you have to eat all the time. Like these are things that just so things have to be done all the time. So how's it a problem? I don't know. It's annoying. Like you mean I have to do it all the time?
Okay, this question's kind of coming out of left field, but I'm just gonna kind of pull at some strings and see what happens. How has your self-care been lately?
Um, newly founded again.
Good.
Um, like you're okay, huh? All right. Newly founded again. I've started to realize or started to like do more like facial care routines. And
Mhm.
really listening to my body, stretching. So it's been better, and I've also started to like understand the idea that like so before like I used to have like let's say so I used to have flawless skin before, right? And it seemed so effortless, like I didn't have to do anything. But now I'm understanding like well you have to do something if you still want like results to
Mhm.
occur.
Mhm.
And I think I've just started to understand that, I guess. I think you just have to do things that maybe you didn't have to do before. So it's better. I don't know if that answered anything, but it's better.
Yeah. No, it's showing me a bigger pattern. It's all good. You're doing great, Tiffany. You just keep on answering my questions.
Okay.
Okay. And then so you said you took in your niece? Is that what you
Yeah.
said?
So
Uh-huh.
yeah, my best friend was remember she was murdered and she had three
Mm-hmm.
kids.
Mm-hmm.
Her oldest is 18, her middle is 17. So she's quite literally just well, for their whole life I've been like keeping in touch with them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then in October, one day, she came over and just never left. The 18-year-old brought her over and said something that was really interesting, and I was just like, oh, baby. She brought her over and just like, oh, like I didn't realize I just brought her here and left, and then just went to college and just left her there. And for me, I was just thinking like, wow, that's a really big something that you had been holding on your shoulders. Like you're a baby yourself, worrying about a 17-year-old. But yes, so she did get here and more than a dream come true, right? Like ever since my best friend passed, I wanted them. So she's here now,
Mm-hmm.
um, since October. Yeah. So now I am her legal guardian. But she'll be 18 next month.
Hey. And what
Yay.
about the other two kids?
Otis is 18, so she's comes and goes. Love it. She's like just comes in like it's just
Mm-hmm.
so great. Like I can't even explain how great it is. How she'll just like walk into the house, and I'm just like, I don't even think they get it, like how much of a dream that is. And then the youngest, I haven't actually got to like meet him yet. Um,
Okay.
so he is like 16 or 15. No, he's probably like 15 or somewhere around there. Um, but I will get to see him tomorrow. So just no real relationship other than the fact that I've just been watching them over.
Hmm. So is there anything that you're having to do now that you're kind of the go-to for these additional wonderful children in your life? Are there other things that you have to do over and over and
Well,
over and over and over again that you weren't used to before?
well, yeah, I guess yes, because now I realize how much of an adult that I am, which is a big change from being in Bali and thinking I
Mhm.
hadn't grown at all. And then now having like a 17-year-old here all the time. And I'm
Mhm.
just like, oh, Tiffany, like you have grown. So there's like, it's like just preparing her for like what's next. Like, you're a whole adult. Like there's cleaning or driving her places or thinking about like what are you gonna do? School, work? Like, yeah, so it's been like little people like heightened, like within like
Mhm.
the parenting spectrum. And I'm just like, oh, there's been a lot of growth there.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, like feeding her daily, like just like things you would do for your little people, but like an almost adult. It's just I don't even it's absolutely mind blowing, actually.
Mhm. Mhm. So the support that you're providing for her, do you feel like you wait until the last minute to give it to her?
Even with that, I would even, yeah, it even everything. It's yeah, right. Isn't it cross-contextualized throughout life? Of course it is. What are you
Mhm.
talking about? Yeah, it's everywhere. It's
Mhm.
it's how I teach class. It's how I parent. It's how I talk to myself. And here I am, even having the audacity to try to teach her a skill that I'm learning. Like I'm like, you can't wait till the last minute, and I'm like, let's lay down. Like. So yeah, it definitely shines awareness on the things that I'm still growing at, that I'm realizing that I have to, that I'm teaching, like
Mhm.
on a little baby scale, like I'm teaching these things, but it feels such a small, it's smaller, right? Like, let's turn our tablet off at this time. Let's do this. Let's do that. Now the implications are way bigger on a bigger scale. Like she's going into the world. Like, so I'm teaching skills that have to be now. Like, it's not things that talking to Miss Isabella. Okay. So like these skills are skills that like I have got to grow. Like I'm growing with the little people. Like I'm
Yeah.
growing gradually. But it was with her, it was all of a sudden. And I'm like, oh, well, hello
Mhm.
there.
So
Responsibility.
what does doing things at that last minute, what does that give you?
It gives me it it gives me like an extra push. Like, oh, it has to be done. Get it done now, and it's done. Like it gives me the push and the momentum and motivation.
Okay. And how is it a problem that things are happening at the last minute?
It's so annoyingly stressful. Plus, that's not any way to build anything. I mean, okay, I'm sure you could build things that way, but it doesn't feel like a very productive way. It's no longer serving to me for that. It no longer serves me to wait to the last minute. It brings too much anxiety, and especially when I have other people, like counting
Mhm.
on me, relying on me. Like I don't need to, one, be stressed. Two, I
Mhm.
don't need to teach them stress. And three, like that's not how I want to teach them how to be and
Mhm.
like as adults. Like I don't want that.
So I'm going to ask this question, and I have kind of like have a sneaking suspicion of your answer to it, but I want you to tell me because I also haven't talked to you in a hot minute. So like I don't want to just like know the things and know the things. So who else in your life does this like waiting until the last minute, then gets all frazzled and stressed, and then like tries to make it all happen, and then it maybe doesn't happen exactly the way they want it to.
You say who else does that?
Uh-huh. Who else in your life?
Well, the first um person that had jumped into my mind, but I don't even know if it holds relevance anymore. I feel like that's like kind of my go-to answer, but it's not
Mm-hmm.
relevant. I was gonna say Tehran. I was
Mm-hmm.
gonna say Tehran. However, that connection is not really there like that anymore. Now it's definitely um It's me who does that. And I've just kind of like brushed it off on other people. But it's me. Like my mother doesn't do that. And actually Tehran doesn't do that. If you come up with like a thing, like people actually get it done and they get it done right then. But it's me. Usually I'll say something like, okay, and then I'll just walk away. Um, the teenager does that actually. So, like she's like my little twin. Actually, which is weird because it's weird and not weird. Like I had no dealings on raising her, in her story and her mannerisms and her behaviors. It's like looking at me all over again.
Mm-hmm.
I find that to be very interesting.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So when you have all the time, so I want to go back to the time thing. When you have all of this time at the end because you did something earlier on time, and there's all of this extra time for you to do something, what might get filled in that time?
Seems like a schedule. Like I I have done something like right when it was supposed to be done, and it's just so like freeing and relieving because I'm like, oh, it's done, and then I'll even circle back to it like, oh, I need to do this, and I'm like, oh, it's already done. Um, so what would it be filled with? It would actually be filled with wonderful creativity things, creative things that it could that I could do, but it's just so, I guess, far from who I have been, or like it's just like the not me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like that's not me. What do you mean? Like I wait to the last minute. Like I'm so productive when I wait to the last minute. Like I work good under pressure. Like but I'm so over it. Like I did that for so long. Like it's just no longer serving.
So, can I say an observation?
Please.
So, what you had said a bit about like, oh, like I hadn't realized how much you had like, I had grown into an adult, right? Lately, especially since having like older children and you're teaching them the things that are more applicable to their life now instead of like in the future, right? So you've it feels as if you've almost got the two versions of yourself battling, like the version of Tiffany who's raising the littles and the version of Tiffany who's raising the olders. And the version of Tiffany who's raising these older children are like, is like, let's just get it. We don't have time for this. Let's just get it done. And then the version of Tiffany that raises the littles is like, we have so much time. They're still small. Stop it.
Yeah.
You're like, stop trying to take all this time away from me. I have so much time. And
Yeah.
and so I think since October when you've taken these wonderful children in and started raising them, preparing them for the world like now, I think it I mean, from what it looks like in this coaching so far, it's almost like it's been this like shock to your system of like, oh my gosh, like I don't have time. And so and so that's been this like it's been this stress point because you I mean like you've like a 4-year-old and you're like I have all the time in the world, they're going to be little forever. I've so long until they have to go out into the real world on their own. And then now you're like faced with this like young adult who's going out into the world on their own, dependent on the things that you're teaching them, and you're like crap,
There's no time.
there's no time.
There's no time at all. Like I just there's no time.
Hmm.
That really does worry me.
Hmm.
Oh, it's just like so much so because like I know I just got her. I just wish I had got her sooner. Like, and I know this is not like all on me, but I wish I could just like, oh, and I see her and I'm just like, you don't have to do it this way.
Hmm.
You're
Yep.
just, you're doing exactly what we did. And that's scary. And I'm like, I know this is not all on me. I know. I know. I just care
And
so much.
and I can imagine because you're seeing yourself in her that you wish at that time in your life you had somebody who acted faster for you.
Yeah. And like I just like I hear the stories like just even the smallest detail with college. I'm like, what? Well, of course I coach them, right? Like they don't know. But like I'm like, well, for what purpose? Like what purpose? Like why are you doing these things? And like nobody has even asked them these questions. Like my 18-year-old, she's in college and I'm like, why are you there? And she's just saying she's miserable. She didn't want to be there. Nobody asked her these questions. And I'm like, I wish I had for them sooner. Like I could have just tried. I could have tried when Janie died. I could have tried harder. Like I didn't have to wait till they were 17 and 18. And I did. Like, and I know it's not. I know it's not all on me, but yeah, it just feels like there's no time. And there's just everything. It's just cross contextualized. Like there's no time. And I'm an example for how they should live their life, right? And I'm still technically married. Like, yes, things are shifting, but it feels so much slower than like I wish I could just be the example for them now. Like, nope, you don't have to deal with this in your life. Nope, you don't have to deal with any of this. Nope, like it's just a if it's not a hell yes, it's a no. Like you don't need to do it. Like we can go this direction. Like I wish I could project all these lessons that I just got onto them right now. Okay, I do feel better.
Tiffany, how are you supposed to teach them things that you yourself are just now learning? You can't beat up on yourself for not doing it sooner if you didn't even know.
I know, I know, I know.
Do you?
No, yes, I
Like, do
don't.
you really?
You're okay. What are you doing?
Because look, when you when you get to give yourself the grace of recognizing the pattern, you even said it at the beginning, you're like, I'm seeing this cycle and this pattern. So when you're recognizing it, because now you're not only recognizing it in yourself, you're recognizing it in them. So when you're seeing it there and you feel like there's no time because you didn't get to them sooner, you can't do anything about that now.
I can't.
That's not how the cards fell, and that's okay. So first, you deserve to stop beating yourself up about it.
Yeah.
Second, what do you deserve to learn that you can pass down to them around time?
Well, I guess there always is time, which is clearly the opposite of what I said. Because you do have the time to learn these skills. You can stop and choose at any time. So
Mhm.
there's time. Stop being so dramatic about it, I suppose. I Hi, Yana. I can hear you, and I'm almost done with this call. She's fun too. And I have a cat now, so that's new. I
Oh,
have a kitty now. That was really big. That was that was part of the choosing me and the self-care.
yeah.
So that
Okay.
was pretty
So there
good.
always is time. You can always stop and make a choice.
Yeah, I really think those are the big ones because even as I do get to sit down and talk to them, which is huge. Like I didn't even get that before
Mm-hmm.
they were just so far away in the distance. But now they like sit down and they just walk up and like just talk. And
Yeah.
just it's so different, Isabella. Like I swear I'm probably I'm Isabella, I'm pretty sure I'm on the spectrum because I don't have real emotions. Like the way that I look at these like and I react, I'm just like I'm so like calm or different or indifferent or I can't like I'm just not who I was before. Like it's so weird. I don't know. Like for Mother's Day, I walked around in a mushroom hat in a garden, like I'm gonna take pictures. Like my whole point is like I'm so different and far beyond like who and what I remember.
In
It's
a good way or a bad way?
good, good. And I was sharing that with them. I get to share these things with them. So, I also get to share all the things that I've been learning with you guys. So that's, I mean, I know that's what I've been saying, but it's just, it's really nice to be able to sit down and even be in that space. Before
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even have the space or the capacity for them. And now they're
Mm-hmm.
here.
So, would you like an example of a time where you didn't wait till the last minute to accomplish something?
Yeah, you got one?
Yeah.
Okay.
How about your growth?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that one. It's only kind of important.
Yeah, I guess I did do that.
Yeah, you didn't wait till the last minute there.
No, I didn't. It was really scary. To even imagine the time where I didn't even believe any of this was real is really cool
So
and
what
shows a lot of
what
growth.
was different? What was different about taking the action to prioritize your growth? What helped you do it right then?
It was a whole lot of not giving a fuck. It was. It was like, well, like I just don't care what nobody else says. Like this has to get done. Like I really, it just felt so important. Like there was no other choice. It just felt like there was no other choice, actually. It was
Mhm.
what had to be done.
Mhm. What about it was so important to you?
Um, not being not being who I was before and not becoming I just didn't want to hurt any kids. I didn't want to hurt my kids. I didn't want to I just didn't want to pass down that hurt anymore. I just knew something had to be different. I knew that there was a hurt actually that needed to be looked at.
Mhm.
That's interesting. Yeah. Huh. That's actually an interesting thought. Yes, I did it for the kids, but deeper, I did it because there was just something that really hurt inside.
Mhm.
Yeah, I just needed to go away. I just wanted it to stop.
Mhm.
And now I'm just, um, and now since it has stopped, now I'm just on the, I'm, now I'm just like, Now that the behind me has just stopped, now I'm just kind of like, huh, like the next is over there. It's just a whole different feeling. It's
Mhm.
a whole, and I just, it's just, yeah, it's just
Because
totally
now you have
good.
all this time at the end
Yeah.
to be
Hmm.
filled with freedom and relief and creative things.
Hmm. It's pretty interesting.
So now, when it comes to having to do something, if you want something, right? Having to take action if you want a result, and ideally taking that action sooner rather than later. What qualities and characteristics of yourself can support you in taking that action faster, sooner, making those that clearer decision so that way you can reap the benefits, the outcome for longer?
Um, hmm, that's an odd word. I don't know why that word popped up, but that was weird. Okay, well, jovial, but I don't actually know how that applies.
Hmm.
Hmm. Um,
What else?
qualities and characteristics.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's more of like a feeling of like momentum, kind of like a flight. It's more of a breath. It's like qualities and characteristics are like, I don't know, I've been very in my body lately, so like flexible and oh yeah, flexible. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, light, kind of forward thinking, optimistic qualities and characteristics are like, I don't even know if all of these work, but like limber. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I got.
So, I mean, I really like the flexible one because even if something happens maybe a little bit later than you had wanted, you still get to be flexible
Yeah,
because it happened when it needed to.
it does. It does. I always joke about that. Like, it's like there's always, I've always just really lately noticed how like you'll ask a question either in your head or out loud, and the answer will literally be answered outside. Like,
Mm-hmm.
even if you forget something when you walk downstairs and you like something reminds you. What has been for me, at least lately, and it's been really cool. So things do happen, especially when you're open.
Oh, yeah. So when you get to be jovial and have that momentum and that flight and that flexibility, what gets to be different in your motivation?
Well, it doesn't have to, it won't feel, it doesn't feel as like sticky and stuck. It kind of just feels like, I wish you could see that I'm so dramatic in my head. Like, I wish you could see like what like in my head, but it's so easy. It's so flowy. Just, what was the question?
What's different about motivation? when you
Yeah,
are all of those things. So it's flowy, it's not sticky. I love it.
yes, those things. So, can you see the hand? It's that.
Uh-huh. Just that. Perfect. And what gets to be passed down to the older kids and the younger kids when it comes to time and that motivation to do things.
It gets to get done. There's a place for it and there's a time for it. It gets to get done. Um, yeah, I know what we want to do next. And we do have the time, especially because they're gradually getting out of school. Like they're like staggered. So I do
Mhm.
actually have like alone moments, and I already have a structure and a schedule put in place. Um, I'm gonna I'm gonna sit down with them, but also I've already gone over it and re-get our schedule. Things are doing the things. Like they have the structure. It just gets to get done. And it gets to get done. There's a place for it and there's a time. And it all gets to
Mhm.
get done.
Yep. So when you think
Yeah.
about that clearer motivation and having more calm and being like having that steadiness, where would you say you're at with that?
Oh yeah, no, I'm good.
Oh,
Yeah.
that thing? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I appreciate talking to you. I didn't know.
I
I
know. I'm
didn't
like, I
know I
miss
was
you. Come hang out with me more.
Yes. Actually, I popped in and out.
Yeah,
But yeah.
I've seen your name pop in a couple times. I'm like, Tiffany.
Yeah, I pop in. No, it's so much going on. Who knew? Who
Hmm.
knew that this was gonna be a lot?
Who knew?
Who knew? Just
Who knew?
we'll do this is what we're doing and we're gonna do it and we're doing it.
Yeah.
We're doing it. It's a dream come true and here we are.
Yep. And you have like you have shifted and you've changed and you've grown. And you deserve to recognize that and also allow yourself the grace for like recognizing that you have like two types of ways that you show up because you show up in a certain way for the littles because they're little, and then you show up in a different way for the older kids because they're older and they need something different. And so you deserve to recognize and give yourself the grace of you might show up a bit differently for each of them. And it's not that one is better than the other, and it's not that one gets more time with you or one doesn't. It's simply they have different needs at different stages. And so you are so grown that you can handle delivering those needs at different levels.
Yeah,
And
it's
there's time to do it.
that's true. It's been a shock. Who knew?
Yeah.
Who knew?
Oh
Like I
no.
just I'm just really shocked. You're
Yeah.
right. It's just been a shock.
Yeah.
Like I've just been like thrown into it like willingly, like I add, willingly. It's been a shock. Thank
Yeah.
you.
You're welcome. And it hasn't even been a full year, right? Because you said you took it
October.
since October. Yeah. So you haven't even had a full year yet. So you're still figuring out all the things.
And then I feel like as soon as I figure out all the things, then like she'll be doing something else. I mean, I know that's
Uh-huh.
how that works, but
Oh yeah.
I'm like, I didn't get the manual on this. Like, I just
No.
learned the manual on this one.
You're trying to just read the manual as you're going, and it doesn't make any sense because it's not in English. Yeah.
It's not in English. It's not. It's really funny. Yes, Grace is wonderful.
Yeah. All
I
right.
just so blown away. Did you know, like, there's prom, there's graduation, and dress shopping, multiple different dresses.
Mm-hmm.
Oops,
Mm-hmm.
news to me. And
News to you. Yep.
oh no, Ayana, I want to see the call. She's coming. Okay, thank you. Yes, hi, Ayana. Yep.
Hi.
Okay. Would you like to wave? No? Okay. All right. Yeah, there's just,
Yeah.
and then I also just feel it's not. And then I also just feel like I'm so shocked. I also feel like I'm traumatizing because sometimes, like, they'll tell me something exciting, and I'm just like so neutral and so like nonchalant about it. I'm just like so shocked. And I don't think I've actually given myself time to process that. Like, it's a culture shock to
Yeah.
go from that to just all the
Uh-huh.
time.
Uh-huh. From diapers to dress shopping for prom. Uh-huh. Very it's like whiplash.
I'm like, why are we hearing about this stuff?
Uh-huh.
I just figured out how to teach. I'm barely teaching you how to tie a shoe. I don't understand the rest of it.
Uh-huh. And then like next thing you know, then there's like dating and then they'll get married and then they'll have their own kids. And then
it
it's gonna just continue to shock you forever and ever.
I could, honestly, I'm just like, I got the kid thing down. Maybe we could just skip to the kid part. And I'm like, no, all right, we're good. We'll just, all right, fine. That's fair.
Yeah. You're like the little thing? Oh yeah, I got those ones down.
Got it. We can do this. Just
The
hand them
older
over.
kid thing? Not sure.
Absolutely not. I don't know what I'm doing. In fact, I just graduated and then I'm like 20 years ago. Oh yeah, my bad.
Yeah. So, what is something that you might have been putting off that you're now going to go do?
Oh, yes, 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 yes. This right here. You see, this is my wonderful responsibility schedules that they all have.
I love it.
It's just not updated for this current season of life. So I would just go in. I need to go in and
And
update that.
update it. Perfect.
That's literally it. And I already have it pulled up. I have my computer, I have my thing, and then it said 9 o'clock meeting. And I said, you know what? I'll just jump on this 9 o'clock.
Perfect. Well, yeah. Go do that. You're gonna,
So,
yes, amazing. So, I do want to open up if anybody's any questions or
I'm
comments or observations for either of us because we've got a couple of minutes left. Yeah, go ahead, Tina.
And just so I understand, you're talking about if we have any questions in reference to what you and she were just doing in the coaching atmosphere, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Or if you have any
Uh,
questions for Tiffany.
no, no. I just want to make sure. A couple of the things as viewing it as an observer,
Uh-huh.
coach wise, when
Hmm.
she commented the 17-year-old and very much realizing that it's like a mirror.
Oh.
And I Can you tell me a little bit? You went one direction, and I had thought for myself, I thought, ooh, and I know either one is okay. You
Hmm.
know,
Oh
that I do
yeah.
know that. Um, you chose to go the direction you did, whereas immediately I was thinking, oh, I want to know more about, how do you feel when, or what does that represent
Hmm.
when this 17-year-old is your mirror?
Hmm. Yeah. So I opted to go more for her role in that. Okay, so here's what my brain was doing, and I'm really gonna try and explain this in a way that makes so much sense. Okay. So they're mirrors, right? Meaning she probably feels like they're she was like, I was living like the same life, right? So what Tiffany is to this beautiful blooming young adult, who was that for Tiffany? And
Okay.
so
Yep.
so I was more referencing her role in her life that she feels is being mirrored. So I was like, you like I can imagine you wished you had somebody who had made those decisions or asked those questions to you sooner. So I went more in the, you've taken on this responsibility role to this young adult. When you were that young adult, because you view yourself the same, who was that for you? Right. So like I went more of like the Tiffany now versus the Tiffany that she sees being mirrored. And yes, you're right. It would not have been wrong if you went in there and then asked more questions about how specifically they're mirroring, what comes up for her when she sees that being mirrored. Like, what are your hopes and dreams and fears that you see this like same trajectory happening in from your life and then her life? Like, so it was more so the context of the things. It's like, well, now I have to be this person for her, but I'm almost like watching myself go through it. So I said, well, I can imagine you would have wished for that to have happened for you, and then took that line instead of.
And listening to you say that right now, it's
Mhm,
becoming more clear because well, you've coached with her more, but even this, just listening to you right there, I can see that that was much more important and more valuable road to go down that you did,
mhm,
because the
mhm,
road that I first thought of
mhm,
was the idea, and that would have helped her at the moment, and maybe her in this little container of,
mhm,
to do something and get it done quick. But you took the road of you're going to help the whole thing and her in every step of life, which
mhm,
is broader, faster, more productive.
mhm. And it didn't take, like, I didn't have to have coached Tiffany in the past in order to do that. So I do, like, I want you to see
Right.
that it
Yeah.
doesn't, like, you don't have to have all of this like major pre-knowledge
Mhm.
on somebody in order to know the best thing. The opportunity I saw was, she had, before we had gotten into that conversation, she had said, I realized how much I've grown into an adult now that I'm preparing them for life. Right. So she's taking this role of, I am the adult teaching them these things in life to go out there and do life. And I'm watching like myself go through this. So that's where I went, okay, so you're this role instead of this role. So that's where that question came from, without, like, if you wanted to see without pre-knowledge of knowing Tiffany. Now, could I have sat here and been like, well, Tiffany, like, of all of the things that you're noticing, like, but, and you're right in the observation, Tina, of it would have helped in the here and now. It wouldn't have made as much of an impact on the whole, because what happens when, if at any point this 17-year-old stops mirroring Tiffany's life? Well, now Tiffany's like, well, I fucking no idea now. So
Right.
now
So what
what?
you were your line of the questions and the
Mhm,
coaching and things, now that I'm hearing you say things again, and
mhm,
I'm glad that I brought this up, of course, because then it's going to stay parallel and hit every point of life.
mhm,
Because as soon as she said that, I just figured this out for myself. And
mhm,
it sounded like maybe she went to Transcend I, and I was
mhm,
kind of picking up some of, and gosh, I just now figured this out. Maybe I just became an adult. Or
mhm,
so then it became more important because she's seeing this right now,
mhm.
mirroring
Yeah.
her. It's like, so it was important to be parallel with all of those
Mhm,
things instead of just going on. If there was a spark of a question, I
mhm.
guess,
Yeah.
a thought, it wouldn't have gotten nearly as far. It wouldn't have been my thought of questioning or asking
Uh-huh.
that is, it would have gone just this little bitty area.
Uh-huh. Well,
So
and
then,
that's where that observation came in of like, there's the version of you that was parenting the little kids, and then the version of you that's
mhm,
parenting big kids. Like, you didn't have to be this like adult in the sense of like preparing them for college and prom and that, like, I'm just teaching you, which I know that one came up later, but like, they're little, like, what, 4, 3?
Oh, no, they're older now. They're four, we'll call them six next week. So 4, 6, and 7.
Oh my gosh, Tiffany, stop it. You're killing me.
We
I'm
got
like,
6
I
that,
remember when they were little, like little.
yes. Now they're just out there. And I have to just really sincerely just even say thank you, because my whole goal to even start Genius Unlocked was to have a better relationship with my kids. And the if you even look at my 7-year-old, you'll just the things that they say to me is mind blowing. I even remember sitting on the floor one day just crying, just bawling, and all three kids are around when they're little. And Xavier brought that up to me the other day. He said, "Remember when you were crying there? Like just," and I'm like, I hadn't even realized that was a memory for them. And they've even got to see me grow past that. It's just thank you. Like it's just all good things that
Oh,
they repeat back to me nonstop. And it's just like I couldn't priceless. Priceless.
oh, I know.
Mm.
That's just like, ugh. So that type of like that parent Tiffany is a different like she has to take on this whole different identity. And Tina, like I know you like you can imagine like having a young kid versus having an older kid. That's
Mhm.
that that contrast is different. They have different challenges and different things they need to learn. Like you don't need to teach them how to share and how to like and their manners. I mean, hopefully you don't have to teach them manners at 17, but like at 17 now you're teaching them like okay well like this is like getting a job and managing your money and taking responsibility and like being like a contributing member of society and like so different. And so that observation stemmed from not putting Tiffany back in that space where she's seeing herself being mirrored. It's recognizing that no, you are the adult to this 17-year-old that somebody was for you, whether it was her mom or another person, or maybe she didn't feel like maybe she felt like she didn't have it, but now she's like stepped into this role. So now it feels like she's almost like parenting herself in a way, which is a little bit meta because you're like, whoa. And that also is her greatest strength because if she feels like she's a mirror, I'm not going to take that as a negative thing. I'm going to use that to her. That's leverage because now she's like, well, I know myself better than anybody. So she's like, I know what I was doing when I was 17 and I know what I needed. So now I get to be that for her. And so that gets to be a positive instead of like a negative comparison. So we're almost like leveraging that in a way.
I love that. And I'm so glad that I asked this clarifying
I
question for
know.
myself in the coaching aspect of it, because again, that
Yeah.
line that I was thinking absolutely somewhere it would have been just a little bit of a tidbit basically as compared to all of the things, because that would have just been one area. Your line of questioning, that sounds strange, but your line of questioning went down the lifespan and then brought it back together.
Mhm.
So that's very good. And that's why I'm here too, to learn and ask
I know.
questions. So thank you
And the
so
more
much for the example.
you're welcome. And the more you do it, right? The more you practice and the more you start to look for those things, right? The easier they will be to find. And you'll notice I did sit there for a second and kind of look at my notes and I didn't ask anything. There was a good 30 seconds or something where I was like kind of like what question do I want to ask? I asked one question and then it kind of like got the ball rolling again. So it's okay because I felt a little like, where am I going to take this? And I asked one question kind of just out of like, okay, well, maybe let me try and take a different angle at this. And that helped. That was enough of like a different perspective to help me take that answer and then go, oh, okay, well, actually, this. And then, oh, actually. So it's also okay for you guys to not realize the exact question right at the beginning. Like you don't have to totally understand. I was kind of like, oh, interesting. Where do I want to take this? So I have like information, but I don't know how it all connects yet. That's okay. I'm like halfway through this coaching session. I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing. And that's okay. I want you to know that you don't have to know fully what you're doing because one question can totally change everything. So if you ever feel like a little bit like, I'm not quite sure where I'm going in this coaching session. I know I'm getting some good stuff, but let's like I'm not sure kind of where it's taking me. That's okay. Just know that if you feel like you need to take a different direction or a different approach or ask a different question to something to give yourself a different perspective, do it. Even if it doesn't feel like it totally ties in, do it because it'll give you a different person. It'll give you enough of a shift for you to then trigger them to say something, which will then trigger another question for you to get the ball rolling again, for you to be like, oh, I know exactly where we are. So y'all got it. Amazing. Look at that, right on time too. See, Tiffany, you're right on time.
Aw, thanks.
I'm so glad I got to coach you today. So thank you for coming and thank you for being so open and wonderful and amazing like always. And thank you everybody who came, hung out, watched, asked questions, all of the things. I appreciate those of you who have your cameras on, and I still appreciate those of you who have your cameras off because I know we're still getting used to this whole hot seats or a meeting thing. It's all good. Um, so thank you all. Mwah. I will see you all soon. Mwah. Have a wonderful day. Wonderful day. I will see you all later. Bye.